person who seemed to know the most about military cooperation between Korea and Peru.
Yes.
A Peruvian naval attaché currently working in Korea.
Peru have very strong relationships in the defense area. For this reason, my government considered to send a naval attaché, Air Force attaché, and Army attaché.
So is it like normal that we have 3 attaches in one country?
Really no.
That's right. There are only 12 countries in the world to which Peru has sent 3 military attaches, and Korea is the only country in Asia.
We start to be more strong relationship with the Navy of Korea in the building ships, because we are building now the second ship with the Korean companies, and also we are building with the Korean companies Ocean Patrol Vessel. We find very strong signal from Korea because the government of Korea, the Navy, bring us 2 ships, for donation, 2 corvettes class Pohang that we received 1 year ago and 3 years ago almost.
In fact, Korea has been maintaining military cooperation with several countries, including Peru, for a long time.
South Korea continues to engage in military cooperation and exchange in a variety of forms, including military agreements and exchanging information with countries around the world. The ROK-US Mutual Defense Treaty is the only alliance treaty that Korea has signed with a foreign country. It was signed in 1953 and stipulates in the preamble a resolution for common defense against armed attacks from outside. Also, starting with Germany in 1994, Korea signed defense cooperation agreements with 49 countries. A defense cooperation agreement is a basic agreement to promote mutual defense cooperation. It includes principles of cooperation, the scope of cooperation, and administrative matters. The General Security of Military Information Agreement is an agreement that promises to mutually protect confidential information exchanged between 2 countries and not to expose or provide it to third countries. Korea has signed such an agreement with 34 countries and 1 organization, NATO. This agreement is also the only military agreement signed between Korea and Japan. In addition, Korea has signed 57 MOUs on cooperation in the defense industry and logistics with 48 countries as of 2022.
저랑 나름 굉장히 친한 페루 외교관 분이 있거든요. 2019년부터 알고 지냈어요. 근데 지금 그분 인터뷰를 좀 해보려고 합니다.
Oh, there he is.
And I know that we have a great relationship regarding military cooperation. So tell us about the military cooperation between Korea and Peru.
Korea has one of the best military in the world, definitely. They have a best preparation, the best strategy. Korea and Peru has high-level coordination between high-level command of the Navy, of the military, and the Air Force. So, for example, this is a Chiefs of Staff meeting annually. And this high-level meeting is a great opportunity to develop new projects of cooperation. One of the more important ones is the interchange of students. Students that want to become officers came from Peru to Korea to study with his counterparts, Korean counterparts, learning Korean language, and they are studying in the officer academies in Korea. Our officers are eager to learn different approaches to the modern defense strategy, and we are very happy with the cooperation with Korea in this field.
I also heard from him that not only cooperation with the Navy, but also cooperation between the Korean and Peruvian armies and air forces is taking place.
Peru has 20 aircrafts made in Korea, the KT-1, co-produced with KAI, Korea Aerospace Industry. maybe the next November, arrive to Korea 5 of our pilots to receive training in the simulator of the KT-1. No, so is that very important for us that our pilots can come to Korea to receive the training in your simulator. ¿No?
Precisamente en cuanto al intercambio de experiencias, recientemente hubo una reunión bilateral donde se han plasmado que ambos ejércitos vamos a compartir las experiencias. Tanto Corea nos va a compartir la tecnología que tiene y el ejército peruano, mediante seminarios o experiencias, vamos a trasladar nuestra experiencia, valga la redundancia, que tenemos en combate.
I had no idea that military cooperation between Korea and Peru was so active. Didn't that also mean that Korea's military power is outstanding? I was very curious about the extent of Korea's military might. So I thought I should ask Tok Tok about this. Tok Tok, please help.
Let me do some research. How does Korea's military power rank in the world?
Right after the Korean War, South Korea's defense budget was around $190 million, and by 2020 had increased to $46 billion. This is an increase of more than 240-fold in just 67 years. Korea's level of defense spending is among the highest in the world. According to an April report from SPIRI, South Korea ranked 9th in defense spending. Meanwhile, GFP, an American military power evaluation agency, announced its 2023 military strength ranking in January. South Korea ranked 6th out of 145 countries, based on more than 60 individual factors. Until the 1970s, the Korean military had to receive most of its military equipment from the United States. Then, starting with the Yulgok Project, a military force enhancement plan, the foundation for an independent national defense was laid in 1974. And with the establishment of the ROK U.S. Joint Command in 1978, a solid national defense system began to be established. Through the 1980s and 1990s, Korea's military power developed dramatically thanks to economic development.
I decided to meet with experts to get a better idea of the level of Korea's military and defense industry. The first place we visited was the ROK Navy headquarters. The reason I visited the naval headquarters was because I heard that exchanges between Korea and Peru, especially between the navies, are very active.
페루 외교관 분이랑 제가 인터뷰를 했는데
네.
그 육군 해군 공군 중에 제일 협력이 잘 되고 있는 곳이 해군이라고 하더라고요.
제가 이제 8월 말에
네.
페루를 또 다녀왔거든요.
아, 정말요?
네,
네.
8월 말에 그 페루에서 하는 다자회의를 페루 해군에 주관해서 다녀왔는데 거기서 아무래도 한국 해군에 대한 이미지가 또 그 색다르고 회의 자체를 이제 페루 해군사관학교에서 했습니다. 그래서 들으셨겠지만 페루 해군사관학교 안에 이순신 제도
네,
흉상이 있어가지고.
네.
네.
안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까.
안녕하세요.
만나서 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. 안데르손.
네, 맞습니다.
한글로 써있네요. 이거는
예, 저는
4학년이라는
4학년입니다.
뜻인가요?
네, 맞습니다.
That's right. I wanted to hear the stories of Peruvian cadets who are studying in Korea.
저는 2018년에서 저는 페루 사관학교에서 입학했습니다. 이 9년 동안 열심히 하고 일동 받았습니다. 일동 받아서 보통 우리 다른 사관학교에서 선택할 수 있습니다. 그래서 저는 브라질과 대한민국 나라 있는데 저는 대한민국 선택했습니다. 저는 보통 제일 어려운 곳 선택해서 그냥 대한민국 선택했습니다. 한국어 모르고 어디 있는지 오기 전에 모르고 그리고 다른 문화 아시아에서 보통 너무 차이 많으니까 여기 오기로 선택했습니다.
He will soon graduate from Korea Military Academy and return to Peru next year. How can his experience in Korea help him?
아마 여기 기술 때문에 아니고 여기 발전 나라여서 여기 많이 배우는 것 페루에서 많이 가지고 가고 싶습니다.
그럼 앞으로 이제 어떤 군인이 되고 싶어요? 스페인어로 해요, 스페인어로.
Quiero sentir que puedo portar el orgullo de representar a mi patria. Y últimamente por el honor que he tenido de venir acá a Corea, más que todo quiero ser un eslabón que pueda ser de unión entre Perú y Corea, para que así en un futuro nuestras relaciones sigan prosperando y de esa manera podamos relacionarnos aún más y aprender un poco más uno del otro.
I was able to meet one more Peruvian soldier with a special connection to Korea.
안녕하십니까. 저는 해군 서우이 호르히입니다. 예, 저는 해군 사관학교에서 첫 번째 졸업한 해군 장교입니다.
He studied at the Korean Naval Academy from 2017 to 2022 and has now returned to Peru as an officer. In fact, he is the first case of studying at the Korean Naval Academy and becoming an officer in Peru. He is a very significant figure in the relationship between the two countries.
So do you think your experience in Korea can help boost the military cooperation between Korea and Peru?
Yes, indeed. Until now, Korea has generously donated 2 warships to the Peruvian Navy and has provided assistance in the construction of 2 additional Peruvian warships. It is worth mentioning that the first donation, which was made in 2016, granted me a scholarship to pursue studies at the Naval Academy in Korea. This opportunity allowed me to gain valuable insights into the workings of one of the world's premier shipyards, that is Hyundai, thus enable me to contribute towards realizing my country's full potential in this field.
So what kind of role would you like to play as a first Peruvian graduate from Korean Naval Academy?
Because of my proficiency in the Korean language, I can maybe enhance the cooperation between Korea and Peru to future alliances. And Korea military right now is enhancing their naval industry. I want to contribute to the construction of other warships in the future.
The fact that he has a positive memory of Korea also made me feel great.
해군 사관학교 76기 만세.
The visit to Peru's BAP Union helped us to learn more about the military cooperation between Korea and Peru and the level of Korea's military power globally.